What's up, guys? Coach's Corner, week 6 of our summer fitness cycle starts tomorrow. Can't believe it's week 6 already, but we are here. And this week, this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do more of a Q&A style as we go into this upcoming week of training. And that is because week 6, I hate to say it because I don't really know what this means. It's kind of a deload week. And deload at Oxfit is a little bit of a joke because you guys come in, you do the workout, and then you freak out and you're like, I thought this was supposed to be easy. Deload week doesn't mean easy. I think it just means we're not lifting super heavy. That's just kind of how I see it. That is because we have Hero Week coming up the week after this. So I want to make sure you guys aren't super sore. You've still got fresh grip strength. We haven't been on the bar a ton. We're going to steer clear of a ton of push-ups this week because we have a lot of push-ups in Hero Week. So basically, week 6 is just designed to make sure you're fresh and you're prepared for Hero Week as it's coming up. It's still a week of great workouts. They're going to be a ton of fun. Still get to work on all of our, key lifts and movements. It might just be a little bit less intense than these previous weeks of training. But that being said, I decided to compile some of the questions I've been getting the last few weeks, or just questions I get repeatedly over and over again when I have new people coming into the gym or, old members just asking questions. So thought I would go through those and we could just have a nice little chat as we get ready for this deload week. First question. I hate this question, and I hope I never have to answer it again, but I thought I'd throw it in. Why does 200 meters only count as 1 rep? I mean, if you go outside on a 200-meter run, how do I count that? It's 1. You think it's going to be 200? So I'm going to go out there and measure every single meter that you run and then add that to your score? Absolutely not. It's 1 rep. And if that bothers you, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Anyway, why do we lift after a workout versus before a workout? This is a great question. So this cycle especially, we've had a lot more lifts post-workout rather than lifting before the workout. Some days it's different. Some days we do our strength before. Last cycle, it was a strength-focused cycle. We did a lot of lifting before our workouts. And basically we just like to switch it up and challenge our body in different ways. So if we're lifting fresh, so getting warmed up and going straight into some heavy back squats, deadlifts, that's really going to be focusing on those raw strength gains. It's really prioritizing the weight we're moving on the bar. When we're lifting while we're fatigued right after a workout ends, it's really focusing on muscular endurance. And you guys know the type of training we do here is super varied. We like to challenge ourselves in really different ways. So the programming reflects that. It's not always going to be the same setup every day. We want you guys to be strong when you lift fresh. We want you guys to also be really strong and have your muscles keep up with heavy lifting after you do a workout. You guys have seen both of those types of workouts in our baseline and retest weeks. Like sometimes we just test a 1 rep max deadlift. It's the only thing you do that day. And then other times we have workouts kind of like last cycle where it was 1 minute of front squats, 1 minute of push press, and we just go back and forth as many reps as you can get. That's training lifting heavy under fatigue. That's training muscular endurance, not necessarily just your raw strength with a specific lift. So that's basically why, that's the thought behind it. That being said, when we do have a lift that comes after a workout and you don't lift as heavy, just go easy on yourself. It's okay to be fatigued. Same thing said for when we lift before a workout. If it doesn't hit the number you thought it was, maybe think about the workout you did the day before. Are you still tired from that? Did you eat enough after your workout? All of those things come into play. Next question. Should I go heavy? I'm going to go slow. It really just depends on what your goals are. If you really want to make a jump from a 35-pound dumbbell to a 50-pound dumbbell, you might have to scoot through a couple workouts, getting less rounds than other people, and that's okay because eventually you're going to be able to, do the same amount of work with that heavier weight. But once again, it just depends on what your goals are. That's why it's so important to communicate with your coach, let them know what you're thinking, how you're feeling that day. Maybe your goal is to get stronger, but it's a Friday and you're super tired from all the week's workouts. Maybe you do need to go back to L2. Or maybe, you're only going to be able to come a few days this week and you really want to get the most out of those days. Ask your coach, should I go heavier this day and maybe scale back another movement? But it's always okay to get less rounds or move a little bit slower if you're trying to lift more weight. Of course, every case can be different. Does your technique look good? Are you getting so tired that you just can't do reps anymore? There's no point in staring at a barbell or staring at a dumbbell and not doing anything with it. So we kind of have to find that happy medium, and that's what OxFit coaches are there for. So always let your coach know what your goals are, what you're aiming for. Even if you don't know what your goals are, you think you want to get stronger, you think you want to move quicker, just chat with them. All right, this is a big question. Why do we program in cycles? Is it an 8-week cycle or is it a 12-week cycle? Because we kind of use both interchangeably. Ant and I have been talking a lot about this in our book club podcast. We just finished this book, 12-Week Year, which I think, without us really realizing it, kind of explains why we program the way we do. We just didn't have as much knowledge behind, the potential that the programming could have. We just like having quarters, and we like testing in the beginning, and we like testing at the end because we like to see results and we like to track data. But yeah, programming in those cycles keeps things really interesting, always presenting a new challenge, and it's giving us a framework to focus on specific goals rather than just showing up to the gym every day. I don't know what I'm focusing on. I don't know what this cycle is. I don't know why we're deadlifting heavy. I don't know why I'm doing toes to bar. We like coming into the gym every day knowing exactly why we're doing the workout that we're doing. And we want to be able to tell people, if you're a person that wants to get stronger, we like to present that framework to you and say, okay, this is exactly what you're going to do with this cycle. This is how you're going to approach your workouts. Now, the 8 weeks versus 12 weeks, technically, yes, it's an 8-week cycle, but it has a little bit of buffer on each end. So it's about 12 weeks total when you add those bring a friend weeks, any holiday weeks, baseline retest week, all of that stuff. But there's always 8 weeks of just solid work in the middle, focusing on that cycle specifically. But yeah, when we read this book, I highly recommend it. If you don't want to read it, at least listen to the 2 or 3 podcast episodes that we've had about it. It really just presents 12 weeks as a period of time in a great way, and what you can actually accomplish with it. One of my favorite lines from the book is, we're held back from achieving our potential, not because we have a lack of ideas. Everybody has great ideas. I want to lift that weight on a bar. I want to do this competition. Great ideas. But we lack some consistent execution. And that's what these cycles present to us. It presents a start and an end. It presents a series of key lifts, key movements, a series of workouts with a specific stimulus. And you have your coaches here at OxFit to help you, guide you through that cycle and get closer to achieving your goals. Not just showing up to the gym every day, hoping that you get stronger. Showing up to the gym every day, going to a triathlon and hoping that you do okay. It's going to give us some really concrete ways to check things off a list and know that we're getting closer to our goals, which is really important. So yeah, if you don't take advantage of these cycles, I would definitely start. Make sure you read those weekly emails. You know why we're doing what we're doing in the gym. You watch the Coaches Corners videos if you want to, or just chat with your coaches. Present your goals to them and let them tell you how we can help. The framework is here. The data is here. We just want you guys to be engaged and really buy into what we have to offer you, more than just showing up every day for a good workout without, a good sense of direction. But yeah, we are already well over halfway through our summer fitness cycle. Definitely halfway through this second quarter, so second 12 weeks of 2024. At the end of this cycle, we're going to take some time to reflect on our goals and the things that we were doing to accomplish them. If they worked, if they didn't, we're going to reevaluate, and then we're going to start again next cycle with some new goals. So start thinking about, how you're doing in the gym, things you want to get better at. I'm here to help with those conversations too. You're always welcome to book a free goal setting session with me, and we can identify things you want to work on, how we can get you there. We have a lot of great resources here at the gym within our nutrition program, with one-on-one coaching with a lot of the OxFit coaches here. So just lean into it. Start exploring what you can get done in these 12 weeks. The idea is that if we have that, guided, just consistent execution, more so than just good ideas floating around, we can get 1 year's worth of results done in 12 weeks, right? That's going to be 4 years worth of results in 1 year. And it sounds kind of woo-woo when you say it like that, but it's not. It's a linear progression throughout the 12 weeks to get this stuff done. And we've seen it happen because we've done it. We've guided athletes through it. So if that interests you and you want to crush some goals, let me know and we can get it done in 12 weeks. So have a great week in the gym. Week 6, deload if you will. Basically, just don't get super sore before Hero Week, and I will see you guys then. Let's go.